This week on Around the Monitor, Blizzard apologized for banning Blitzchung. Or did they? And Death Stranding is upon us. Is it good? Get ready to go Around the Monitor.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of November 8th. I'm your host, King Kaiser, and this is the weekly gaming news talk show where every point you make in the discussion is a point towards winning. If you like the show, you can watch us live every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/King Kaiser. But if you can't catch the show, don't worry, you can watch us on youtube.com/Around the Monitor Live, as well as Apple iTunes the following day. That is Friday. And let's get right into it here. We've got our guest once again, the Snapshot Crackshot, the Fisher King.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there.
We've got Master Hand Mizuki.
You know, like, when you do a bit and you improvise it the first time, it doesn't really work when you try to do it the second time, so there you go.
And
I had time to find a bit.
we've got the voice of the people, Hio590.
And the people have never sounded sexier, baby. Let's go.
It's true.
Yeah, with the soothing baritone of Hio carrying the people's voice. Trivia question for this week. We didn't have a deal of the day because I'm kind of rushed getting this one together. But
What flavor do you think this is? It's a yellow, Tootsie Roll Pop.
that's the trivia question this week, folks. What fucking flavor is it? No, it is. Featured in this week's articles, we've got quite a bit of news about Guerrilla Games, particularly the founder of the Guerrilla Games, or the head of Guerrilla Games. My question to you guys is, their most recent game, Horizon Zero Dawn, sold pretty well for PlayStation, but in particular, how many copies exactly did it sell? Or at least last have we heard. Any guesses?
This is fucking gross. Oh, maybe that's what it is. 200 million.
200 million.
You took me so seriously. I love your face. 23 million.
2.5 million.
So just to be clear, Fisher King, you think 1 out of every 5 people who own a PlayStation 4 own...
Oh, fuck. It was only on PS4. God damn it.
Too late. Too late.
Yeah,
I'll do 2.2 million.
You son of a bitch.
correct answer is 10 million.
Oh,
Fuck.
So
That's
I
the
think
one I thought.
that does mean
2
Mizuki...
million's like what Nier Automata sold.
Yeah, I think that means Mizuki's first, Hio's second, and Fisher is third in this order then.
Yep.
Alrighty, let's go through the topics this week. We've got Blizzard's opening statement at BlizzCon / their fake apology. Gio Corsi leaving PlayStation under good terms. Death Stranding's review roundup. Basically, and also I'm willing to talk about just about anything Death Stranding because I've consumed probably 3 hours of content on this game that hasn't even come out yet at this point. Kojima announces plans to make movies in the future, surprising nobody. Blizzard says Overwatch doesn't have a black woman character, quote, for story reasons. Red Dead 2 on PC is buggy as hell. Pictures of Super Nintendo World are coming out, and they look pretty cool. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 seems obviously in development. And Shuhei Yoshida steps down and as the head of Sony Worldwide Studios, and Guerrilla's head takes his place. Where would you like to go first?
We're gonna dive right in. Death Stranding review roundup.
Hey, baby. Tell me about Death Stranding, please.
So
Please,
the review.
Sum up Death Stranding in 2 minutes, please.
That's literally not possible. Actually, it is. You hike and you bring packages to things, and then at the end you might shoot stuff and blow stuff up too. There you go. That's
Boom.
it.
No one knows. No one can confirm or deny.
So, realistically, review embargo came up towards the end of last week, I believe.
Mhm.
And they're pretty polarizing. Overall Metacritic's like an 84,
Mhm.
but most of the big sites are sitting below a 7 or I think below a 7, typically in like the 6 to 7
Yeah.
range for most
It's
of the
mostly
big
just IGN really throwing a wrench in there with their like 6, 8, I think they gave it.
6.8.
Yeah.
The other ones were kind of in line with them. The only one that was really high from the major sites was GameSpot with like a 9.
Mhm.
Everyone
Should-
else was
Not to throw shit on them, but there are reviews made by Callie Plaguey, who was also the person who infamously gave Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I think it was like an 8, because one of the cons she listed was there was too much water in the game.
disagree with the con, but still would have given it an 8.
I agree with that, yeah.
So
I agree with the
basically,
con.
this is a fucking artsy fartsy game with a weird ass cast from all over the goddamn place, and it's not gonna be for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I have also consumed like 3 hours of review content, and I have seen more fucking ads for this game than I have any other game in the history of ever.
Yeah,
And
but do you just follow him on Twitter? Because
Destiny
he's
2,
no,
though.
I don't even have Twitter really. I do, I just never use it. I don't really use Twitter. I see him on Instagram frequently. That's pretty normal.
His
But, like,
Instagram
ads
is pretty
before
good.
videos, like Twitch streams. There's fucking. I feel like there's a new goddamn press release or trailer out every day for the past month.
Mm-hmm.
He's Kojima's doing like a tour with all of the actors that are in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They've just released a song from the game this morning with Churches or Chiverches. I don't
Yeah.
know how you say that. Churches, okay. A song with that group, and like that group's gonna show up on the Late Late Show tonight.
Oh, no
and
shit.
they're doing that art stuff that you guys are going to maybe in New York right now. Like, there's so many ads for this game that is getting like for a AAA release mediocre reviews. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
realistically, for AAA, it's pretty mediocre because the game's fucking weird.
Mhm.
Most of the time you spend balancing yourself trying to not fall on your goddamn face while traveling through the somehow Nordic looking terrain of post-apocalyptic United States.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like through the Midwest that looks like a Nordic wasteland. So like
It's Timefall, man. Timefall. The
sure.
Timefall rain.
Sure, whatever. I don't give a shit. Basically, this game is gonna be weird as fuck. So go in cautiously, knowing you're gonna have a weird ass ride. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna play it another week or two coming up. I'm not gonna play it this weekend, but in another week or two, I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be weird. I'm probably gonna give it an 8 or a 7.
It's a thing where I think it's gonna be my Red Dead this year, where like I appreciate some of the things it's done, but I don't know if I'll finish it.
I think the reviews are just too polarizing to skip it. You have to play it for yourself. I don't think you can read a review of this game and get the full effect or whatever the fuck.
To a degree, I think you can. I think you can read it and look at what they're complaining about and what they're praising. And if the stuff they're praising are things you hate, don't play the game.
Yeah.
Things
It sounds to me.
are
It
stuff
sounds
you
to me like
play
this
the
might be a
game.
podcast game for me, which I'm fine with, because I always am looking for more time to listen to podcasts.
Yep, I think so.
Hayo, where would you like to go next?
I think I'll talk about the Overwatch no black woman for story reasons thing.
All right. What do you know about this topic, Hayo?
I know that there currently isn't a black woman in Overwatch,
Mm.
and I'm pretty sure Mr. Kaplan is a white man, which makes it difficult for him to say what needs to be said, which is, shut up. We have so much diversity in here already. We got literally everybody except for maybe Tracer isn't super ethnic because she's like London, but
hey,
Torbjorn.
Tracer's a lesbian, though.
Oh, that's right. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, she's kind of normal. Well, let's make her a lesbian. So I guess McCree, like McCree and Ash, are like the most normal, in that they're American, like Midwest people. But Torbjorn,
they're
is
Wild
like,
West people.
Oh, Wild West in the future, the Wild Future West. Those guys are the fucking anomalies, honestly.
Honestly, yeah,
is
you're
like
right.
Welsh or Nordic or some form of European. I don't care about. So is Reinhardt is German. So is I was about to say Dr. Ziegler or whatever. Mercy is German as well.
Mercy's Swiss.
Swiss? Really? Yeah. Good for her. Okay, that's a little stereotypical. Make the Swiss girl a nurse. Why aren't they complaining about that? No, there's so much. There's like what, 2 Brazilians or South American people. You got Sombra and Lucario. Lucian.
Lucario. Lucario's a Pokemon.
They all start with L-U-C. I just they look kind of similar, right? Lucian and Lucario.
I know you meant Lucian, but you said the name of a Pokemon.
Oh, that's so good.
But there's so much diversity in here that they're like, oh, we need another typically American black lady. It's like, why? You got like 4 African people, 3 South American people, a half a dozen European people. Like, there's plenty of diversity in here. Mr. Kaplan should have just said, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm going to add like 6 more Western white guys. And then you're going to see like, oh, we really had a lot of diversity in here already, didn't we? These guys are complaining about nothing. This isn't an issue. It really isn't.
Well, I feel like also Kaplan doesn't have an argument there because they already got bashed so hard for Lucio being a racially insensitive character that they had to change him. So
was he racially insensitive before?
Despite being a Brazilian character, there was literally nothing about him that was Brazilian in the slightest, other than his color scheme. And people also were like, why is the like music guy talking like just all about like sports and music and nothing else, and also isn't Brazilian in the slightest? And so they added Brazilian voice lines for him.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't like it. I'll be honest here. I didn't like his Brazilian voice lines because I liked when he said, "Let's break it down." He says that
on the friend. Like, so how they do it is on when they're on your team, they speak whatever your native language is, and then when they're on the opposite team, they say a different language to make it like that's like an ease of communications thing.
Yeah, if it's opposite team, it's in their native tongue.
Well, unless you're playing in their native tongue.
Yes,
then it's in, I assume, English.
Okay.
Something else. I'll put it in Japanese, unless you're in Japan.
Fishing King, where'd you like to go next?
That is an excellent question. Let's go with... let's go with pictures of Super Nintendo World look dope.
Fuck! I wanted that one next.
We need a fun topic. These are all very just... Yeah.
There's a lot of businessy shit in this week.
Yeah, it's one of those weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So Universal Studios, it's owned by them, right? It's not just next to them.
I believe it's like a partnership thing.
Yeah. So Universal, right next to the Harry Potter castle, has a giant like tarp structure, and like things are poking out from the top now, and we're seeing the beginning of what's going to be Super Nintendo World, and we see like basically it's like World 1-1 and Mario like poking out of the top. Speaking of Overwatch has they have the dumb Blizzard World map in game. If this ends up actually being cool and being well executed, first of all, this would be the first thing that makes Disney sweat like ever. But I guess
or let me flip you this one. They just buy Nintendo.
They can't buy Nintendo.
You guys are doing a little too well. You're already.
They bought a lot of other things. I feel like they could buy Nintendo.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, getting off track. If this ends up being big, we're in a period of like legitimizing video games as a medium, which is ridiculous because it's fucking 2019. Like they've been around forever, but whatever.
Like 40 years.
More than that, dog.
I know, but like in the mainstream.
Yeah.
And really, I'd say only 30 years in that case.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, legitimizing them as like a social like zeitgeist thing, and also like just a pillar of media in general. And I think that this could be a huge step in not only legitimizing but also like widening the berth of what like is acceptable for like video game stuff. Because like right now it's mostly like Minecraft t-shirts and kids doing Fortnite dances. But this could very well like help along with people realizing, oh yeah, video games are a lot more than like what I remember, and also like they're more culturally significant than just stuff I did when I was a kid.
Yeah. It makes me think of one of my favorite old podcast that stopped existing. It was called The Besties, and it's basically a crew of Polygon guys that would come together and talk about the best games of the month, and then do like a best game of the year, like battle royale thing. And they would always start it off by saying, folks, video games have come a long way since Pac-Man, and they talk now, and like just making a dumb joke like that. But it's really true, and I think there's a decent amount of people who don't think of them as more than like what arcades used to be.
Yeah, or just brushing it off as nerd shit.
Totally. And I think, shit, if your kid's playing Fortnite, that's one thing. But if it's like, hey, mommy, daddy, I want to go to fucking Super Mario World, then, I don't know, play fucking DK's Jungle Beat.
Can I say a thing or two?
I want to see what
Yeah, sure.
It's like, so Kaiser, you got some friends who are getting married. I'm sure, Chris, you do as well, Mizuki, yeah. I don't know, dude. Maybe you got some married friends as well.
Like 2.
And so we're about that age. We all grew up with Mario, right?
Yeah.
And maybe by the time this is complete, we'll have some kids who are going to be playing their first Mario game, and they're going to be like, "Hey, let's go to Super Mario World." And you're going to walk in there, and you're going to see that fucking Mario flagpole.
Oh
you're
God!
Be like, holy shit, it's real! Like this thing has been a part of my life for 25, 30 years, and now I can touch it. I can climb up it because I'm a big man now. Your kid's gonna be like, "Oh, Dad, you're Mario," and you're gonna be like, "Woohoo!"
Fuck, dude! I just got.
Do you think I'm waiting to have a kid old enough to go to fucking Super Super Nintendo Land? You're goddamn wrong. God. I'm flying my ass to Japan again. All right.
It's like those kids. Like that one post where the woman's like, "If you're an adult who doesn't have children and go to Disney World, you're wrong."
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was fucking whack.
What a bad take. I'm actually going to give you
those that want kids there and those that don't want kids there.
Yeah. I'm going to give you an extra point because that like vision fucking got me so amped to be a dad. And just the idea of like running up and like jumping and like grabbing that flagpole and sliding down it. Fuck yeah.
I got news for you, Kaiser. You don't need to be a dad. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
No. But having my son say, "You are Super Mario, Dad." Fuck.
Meanwhile, he'll actually just call you a fucking normie and 360 no-scope your ass.
God. Yeah, my son probably will 360 no-scope me. Mizuki, what are you taking for round 2? I'm surprised nobody's talked about Blizzard yet. Just want to put that one out there.
That's about to change because we're going to talk about Blizzcon.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. J. Allen Brack went up and gave a second great non-apology apology. It was fantastic. Went up there, refused to even say the words Blitzchung or Hong Kong in his quote-unquote apology, where he does not say we're sorry at any point in time, but does say, like, I take... what was the actual words? Like, I'm taking accountability. Yeah, he's like, we accept accountability. He's like, you're not even going to say what the fucking thing you're accepting accountability is for? Hello? And then they're like, hey, you know what? BlizzCon is what we want our games to be, like a celebration of diversity and a bunch of different voices. And I was like, yeah, maybe this year while there's a bunch of protesters outside protesting you for being a shitty company, there's a bunch of people inside dressed up as Winnie the Pooh because you're a shitty company right now and you refuse to say we're sorry. And like, maybe that is their model. Like, they want a bunch of people to pay them hundreds of dollars to come to this convention or play their games where they can pretend to have a voice and not actually have a voice. Like, that sounds about right with what they're saying so far. So this thing was shitty. Gamers are probably gonna mostly forget that this happened, probably still, because they're like, hey, Overwatch 2, Diablo 4, which they were already gonna announce, but...
You mean, just to clarify, you mean that they're going to forget the controversy of everything?
Yeah, gamers are going to
forget. They're going to essentially forgive Blizzard.
Oh, of course.
I agree with this, which is
but overall,
frustrating.
It was a shitty apology that was a non-apology. Not
the
cool.
biggest non-apology I've ever seen in my life.
Kind of continue my stance of not playing Blizzard games or using the Blizzard launcher even further into time. So encourage you to do the same. Fuck Blizzard.
You give Blizzard money, I don't have respect for you.
I'm gonna wait until Diablo 4 comes out and then I'll think about it.
Nope. It didn't look good, first of all, and like
it's gonna come out like 3 years from not probably 2 years from now.
exactly. So why are you forgiving them now?
But I'm not.
People are.
I'm not forgiving them, but they had some banging cinematics.
Whatever.
Yeah, they always do though. They always do though.
Yeah, that's
paid for with Xi Jinping's wallet.
yeah, that's pretty true.
I'm glad he's
Yes.
buying stuff I can appreciate. Then, good for that guy.
Hio, where would you like to take us next? Actually, wait, just to clarify, how do you agree with that statement? Do you think gamers are going to largely forgive Blizzard on this?
Well, like, here's the thing: gamers are gonna forgive and forget about literally anything, no matter what. Who's still talking about the Rockstar and the crunch and all that? Like, stuff is constantly happening, not only in our games, but like just in real life. We get a lot going on, and I got bills to pay. Like, damn, that crunch is fucked up. I got to go to work. This job I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, so a good apology is 3 parts, right? You say, I'm sorry for what I did wrong. You take accountability. This was my fault. Here's what I'm going to do to make it up to you. And I've heard worse apologies. He got like a bit of each. He said, I'm sorry for, he didn't say specifically.
The word I'm sorry
but I
never
guess
came from his mouth.
he said, we handled it wrong, which is and he said the accountability thing, our actions are going to be better. Did he mention the Hearthstone moment?
No, he literally did not address what actually happened in the entire thing. He was
Here's
just
the thing.
like,
Was anybody like
never
under the
explained
impression he was talking about anything else?
no, but if you don't know what he's talking about, you're not, like, if you aren't familiar with the thing, you're not going to even know that he's really apologizing for it.
If you're not
Because it
familiar
wasn't
with
an
the thing,
apology.
you're not paying attention to the Blizzard, to BlizzCon at all.
That's not true.
That's
I mean,
100% true.
Anyone that's at BlizzCon's going to know.
Yeah, I agree
Anyone
with that.
BlizzCon's gonna know.
That
A
I
few
agree.
Congress people know, and they didn't go to BlizzCon. You know, that sort of thing. So I think this is a situation where
You don't know.
it's okay
AOC might have been there.
AOC might have been there. She kind of
The
kinda
people's
gets it right.
voice.
She's got her finger to the
Careful,
fucking pulse.
AOC. Turn on Hio's toes.
I'm okay with it being intimated, just them implying we all know what you're talking about. There's no reason for us to say it, even though it's sort of for China. I'm okay with them.
Yeah,
leaving that implied.
I think that's the complaint about it.
Man, I'm not worried about it. This is still like a better apology than I've ever gotten. You know, personally. So it's like these guys. It's kind of a shitty one, of course, but I've never gotten a good one.
I've heard
This
a
is
lot
a-
of like bullshit corporate apologies. None has ever felt more like the South Park "We're sorry, we're sorry" than ever before.
Yeah,
Insane.
And
It was-
this is like a second try too. Like they did the like sort of apology.
No, they
stepping
did the
back.
try and bury this deep,
Yeah.
and that didn't work out, so they had to apologize.
And this is the second time they've. sort
it
of
was
done
it was wild that
And
this
both
this
of them are
happened.
half-assed.
This
You guys
happened
have fun.
literally 3 weeks after the actual like Blitzchung
I think-
incident.
And that's part of my problem with it is it's literally they've had multiple chances to get a good one in.
Oh,
They gave a non-apology before.
this
they got
was
raked over the coals for it, and then they did it again.
this
like,
was
you
planned
know,
and
like,
rehearsed.
not
Like
apology.
they had a
Yeah.
team look at this and say, "This is what we're allowed to say."
That's
To step on the leash toes
where a lot
and
of
to
my
set.
complaints are.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, how? Which topic would you like to take next?
Let's talk about Kojima making movies in the future.
Okay, yeah. Tell me about.
Tell you about Kojima?
Yeah.
I can tell you about Kojima a little
Who
bit.
is this guy? Never heard of him.
So this guy who makes these super cinematic video games that
Mhm.
are more of an experience for the story
Mhm.
as opposed to the gameplay itself.
Mhm.
It's I almost feel like it's about time he just started making movies and what was it, only movies or was there TV as well that he mentioned?
I think he just said. I think he specifically said movies, but
But he was talking about making a more long form, like non-interactive narrative in the future.
Interesting.
I think that's going to be good for him,
Mm.
especially when you have so many video game elements that say no, you can't have like a 2-week long boss fight because that's gamers don't want that.
Tell it to
Yes,
the
your
end.
story is fucking insane, and the gamers are sort of into that. You've got your I don't even know if it's a niche at this point because a lot of people know about Metal Gear Solid. Death Stranding, like Mizuki was talking about earlier, is everywhere. Your name's out there. People are like, this guy is really good at telling stories. And every time he gets a fresh IP, he does something great with it. You know, was Silent Hill his as well?
PT was his.
PT was,
but not actually Silent Hill.
They didn't finish the game, so it didn't ever actually see the light of day.
Yeah.
But that was supposed to be bringing some fresh blood into Silent Hill.
Yes.
And guess what? Everyone loved it.
Yeah. People to this day consider it the scariest game ever made.
So
and it's a demo.
He's put in charge of something, it works. And he's got a very good track record of, hey, I make good shit, and honestly, people rein me in because it's a video game. Give me free reign with a movie, and you're gonna see something you like. I'm down for this.
Yeah.
This would be really cool.
He too. I think his story is that he got into video games because he wanted to make movies and then couldn't, so he got into video games instead. He's like, that seems like a close second.
I think that's a Zone of the Enders interview that they said that in.
Yeah. Where he's like, oh well, I couldn't get into movies in Japan, so I got into video games, and now here I am.
Still crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, literally being like, yeah, I mean, he's done so much motion capture and he's worked with actual famous directors and famous Hollywood actors. Like, I can't imagine it would be very difficult for him to set up a production company and get people working on making a movie.
Right.
Or whatever weird film thing he wants to make.
Right.
Fisher, where would you like to take us for the final topic of the day?
Talking about Red Dead 2 being buggy as fuck on the PC.
Okay, yeah.
Rockstar has so much money.
Do they?
How does this happen again? This happened when they launched GTA 5. They've had is it 8 years to learn from that? Is that vaguely accurate? How did this happen? I don't understand. It's also it's just so infuriating. Where a company that has no right, you overwork your employees to insane degrees. You make money hand over fist. You have no shortage of funding or supply or logistics or anything like that. It's a PC port. The game was made on computers, presumably. I don't know. Maybe they hand coded it. I don't know. Just the not lack of respect, but the complete tonal distance between a console release and a PC release doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Because video games are computers. It's consoles are just computers.
Video games are computers.
They are. Consoles are just computers. You already did it. Do it one more time just correctly. It's not that hard. I'm just so mad.
Yeah.
Also, stop giving Rockstar money before they deserve it. They keep giving you garbage and you people buy it anyway. Wait till the garbage has been cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't have to accept the garbage.
But it was some people's game of the year last year, so clearly it will run better on my great PC.
And that's another thing too. The lack of quality control. The fact that on a $2,000 graphics card you can't max this thing out. That is nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's just people are like, oh, that means it's future proof. No, it means it's poorly optimized.
Yeah. Well,
this multi-billion-dollar fucking franchise. Oh, I guess not franchise. Company though.
Yeah.
Can't fucking optimize a video game properly. That's just disgusting.
It was wild today at work. I overheard a table talking, and one of the guys was like, I was sitting down at this bar, and next to me this guy was talking, or I was talking to this guy, and I found out he was one of the co-founders of Rockstar, the company that makes Grand Theft Auto. And I was like, wait, were you talking to one of the Hauser brothers? And he was like, yeah, how did you know? And I was like, I just know about video games.
Played it real cool.
Yeah, he was not cool with me coming into this conversation, even though I was like, yeah, that's awesome that you were talking to the Hauser brothers. He's like, no, let me sound cool to my friends. I don't need you to help me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, you outranked him.
Yeah, I guess because I knew.
And then you cucked him.
And then I cucked him. Yep. But that's going to do it for this week. Fisher King and Hayo, it's time to go home and become a family man because this week's winner is Mizuki. See, now you did that. It's gonna double over when I actually do it. It's gonna sound bad. God damn it.
You gotta sync it up.
I'll sync it with his thing. That's fine. Mizuki, are you ready for your minute to win it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we know what it's gonna
Okay. Please take it away.
All right. So last weekend was the main Extra Life Day. This weekend is my Extra Life Day. So if you want to be super cool and watch, or be extra super cool and donate some money for kids that are in Children's Miracle Network hospitals, go visit extralife.org. You can find people that are supporting a local hospital around you, donate to them. I know Rooster Teeth and some other people are doing streams. If you want to support my stream directly for Children's Hospital of Orange County, you can go to extra-life.org/participant/Mizuki, spelled the same as below me. If you can throw a couple bucks in, that'd be cool. If you want to just pop by the stream, talk, share it, hang out with people, that's also cool. If nothing else, go vote in my poll and make me play games at different times. You can make me play Beat Saber after I've been awake for 24 hours, so go enjoy that.
If you like... You heard it here first, folks. If you like being a sadist and just completely destroying Mizuki till he's just a shell of a man, have him play Beat Saber at the very end of his stream for charity. But yeah, anything else to plug this week, guys? I would ask Mizuki what he wants to plug, but I think he darn did it.
Actually, can you give us the times on that one more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be streaming from 10 a.m. Pacific Saturday until 12 noon Sunday.
Jesus.
So 26 hours because I'm a masochist.
Jesus God. Fisher and Hayo, anything to plug?
No.
I think I'm good. You Google me, HIO590. That's where you can find me.
Find me on LinkedIn.
Really only look for me on like Twitch and maybe
Friendster.
SoundCloud. The other ones I don't want to be or hit up.
So you could have said Twitch or SoundCloud instead of Google me.
God. You might want to look me up on op.gg or something, you know? This guy plays a lot of League of Legends. Wonder where I can see him play. Twitch.tv, HIO590, baby. That's right.
I should mention I should have another video finished, video essay finished on Outer Wilds.
Dig.com.
God damn it. I should have a new video coming up this week. Should be out probably, I'm hoping for Saturday morning, on Outer Wilds and why I think it is one of the best games, if not the best game of this year. I think it's a really, really fantastic game, and everyone should play it because it's also cheap and it's fantastic. I
want to plug Hayo logging into RuneScape right now. What's up?
Damn, put him on fucking blast. Put this guy in the fucking ground. God damn it.
Fisher going down with him though.
God,
for sure.
Damn.
Like, I'm on RuneScape too.
God damn. All right. But thank you so much.
Sorry, he messaged me.
Either way, thanks everybody for watching. If you like the show, please, again, watch us live on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube or follow us on rate and review us on Apple iTunes. Either way, until next time, this has been Around the Monitor.